Well, today is May 16th, 2025. My name is Carol Ray, and I'm here with Trudy Cooper and Alice Wood. We're going to talk about a project that they're working on together called the Celestial Art Retreat and Camp Out. It sounds really cool. First, let me introduce Trudy. Trudy found the Urantia book found Trudy in 1976, and she was instantly enthralled. At present, she works as a wedding officiant and an elected trustee on her local township board, as well as the planning commissioner and sexton. Her husband they built the Emerald Temple Healing Center, which is a haven for groups that would like to come there for meditation and spiritual retreats. They're on 27 acres, and they've planted wildflowers and trees. They've got over 1,000 trees. And you are also, Trudy, the Secretary General for the Urantia Book Fellowship and on the Education Committee. And you serve as chair for the international conference, which will be in July 26th. And also you are a graduate of the Teacher Education Program, which also brings us into Alice. Alice Wood is the Urantia University Teacher Education Program coordinator, and you are president of the Urantia Association of the United States and serve as communications chair for the local association for Greater Lake Michigan Urantia Association. Also the creator of Urantia Life Lessons, which began as a YouTube channel containing inspirational videos, but is now expanding Urantia Life Lessons to include subscription mailings for kids. Alice, you are the wife of Urantia book reader Chris Wood and is the mother of two boys who are wonderful and getting you outside to play every day, which is a good thing for all of us. Alice, I'd like to ask you to start. What are some things you'd like to share with us about the Celestial Art Retreat?
Well, I guess it's coincidental that in that bio that you just read off, there's that mention of how my boys get me to go outside and play every day. And the Celestial Art Retreat has as its theme transformation through playful creation. And so this came about as a result of some conversations that Trudy and I had at Urantia conferences about how we wanted to create a space that was relaxed, that was playful, that was still focused on Urantia teachings, but more on camaraderie, creativity, spending time outdoors. And so, if you've been to Urantia conferences, then chances are you've seen myself or Trudy around. We're definitely regulars at those. But the difference, I think, between the conferences and this retreat is there's less of an emphasis on study and more of an emphasis on socialization, bringing forth Urantia values in a way that is creative.
Wow, that is wonderful. And the play aspect of it is going to invite a lot of younger people, I think.
I hope so. I have this theory that there are certain types of people who are attracted to going to something like a conference, and there are other people who are just kind of waiting for us to create something that they are interested in going to. So I think that this art retreat is experimental, and I'm hoping that it will draw in new people who haven't been attracted to the idea of going to a conference, but may be attracted to a different sort of gathering.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And you get to do some forest bathing as well. Got a little bit of everything there. Thank you, Alice.
Absolutely. I think Trudy would be able to tell you more about what her property is like, what the meadows. And actually, Trudy, why don't you describe that?
Oh, okay. All right. But first of all, I'd like to say that being a longtime Urantia reader, as you say, Alice, we love to gather and we're such a cerebral group. The more minutiae you can pick out of the book, the more brilliant you feel. And that's all good. It's important. But we also really need to play and worship and play. They kind of go hand in hand. I really think it's important to have a chance for just wild creativity in what we do when we gather together. I sort of also come from a Burning Man background, which is all about everybody brings their own creativity and everybody brings their ideas, and it becomes so much more than just like a planned, organized schedule of events. It becomes more dynamic and alive and free and thrilling, and everybody contributes in the way that they find most meaningful. So that's really what we're hoping will happen as part of this. There'll be, I'm hoping there will be a lot of spontaneity. And even though we will have some things planned, um, I'm really hoping that people show up with their own ideas of how they want to even be silly and get goofy and be playful.
Mhm.
Wow.
Our land, we have about 27 acres, and part of it borders on a river. So the area along the riverfront is really a beautiful space, and you can get in the river if you want and splash around, and maybe we can have some baptisms or one of the sub themes is free range
Free
worship.
range worship.
Oh,
That's
cool.
right. So we're planning some fun events around that theme, wandering through the wildflowers and like being in contemplation, being in song, um, possibly parading, drumming, making music, just just an event that's full of joy is the idea.
That does really sound wonderful. And I love that you're bringing, again, bringing in play and creativity. And it's like everything is there: water play, art, socialization, worship, prayer, forest bathing. I mean, you've got to have it all there. And again, I think that helps really bring in the younger group, which is what we desperately need in our your Rancho book readership.
Hmm. And I guess I would add that we do welcome children, so if people want to bring their kids, they're welcome to.
Okay, yeah. Well, let's bring up the website, and you'll see what a organized, beautiful website that Alice has here. Um, now that looks just fun.
It does. It goes back to our very early roots of gathering around a fire. So we'll have fires every night, and on the last night, we're going to have a big bonfire, and we're going to burn. In Burning Man, it's called an effigy. It's not like burning somebody in effigy. It's like you make a big sculpture and you burn that. So we have something really fun in mind for that. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna.
I think it's a special surprise. We've got a special surprise sculpture.
You have to be there in order to be part of it, but I think it's going to be really fun.
Hmm.
So cool. It really, let's get to the date. And oh, there's your place.
Hmm.
The date is August 29th through September 1st, 2025. And here's the location, not far from Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Hmm.
Just to look at the building there, the upper part of it, of the main space is a big ceremony space. It's open. It's very spiritual. The layer underneath is a full kitchen, full industrial kitchen with dining area. And we're also planning to get a big tent so that we can do our messy artwork outside. And then we'll also have it in as a refuge for the people that are camping, and maybe if the weather turns foul, we'll be able to host people more comfortably.
Mhm.
And here is the website. Down here, you fill out the forms and your Rancho Life Lessons at gmail.com. All spelled out. You've got some amazing videos on there as well. I love this site and the things that you've done. Well, would you either of you like to add anything else to what we've discussed?
I
Oh,
think
go
I would
ahead.
just add, Trudy talked a little bit about how we want to make sure that there's opportunities for spontaneity. And so we've created this balance within the schedule where we do have planned activities pretty much all throughout the day, but we really want to emphasize that people are able to choose what they participate in. So, we've got some structured art activities that people can do if they want to. We've also got sort of a I don't know that free range would be quite the right word, but an open art space where people can create whatever they choose. Or if they want to take some time during one of the structured activities to just go and walk through the woods, walk down to the river, walk through the meadow, they can do that too. So there's a lot of freedom built into it.
I'm,
Wow, sounds like
I'm hoping there'll be some dancing around the fire. Um, but we have to be sure to mention that we're sponsored by the Fellowship Women's Corps Fund, and we've also applied for a second miler grant, which looks like it'll come through, but I just putting it out there and to give them credit.
fingers crossed.
And also from the Great Lakes Association is underwriting this. So we're trying to make it as affordable as we can. And it will also be catered.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
We're either going to make the food or have some of it shipped in so people can come just with camping supplies or plan to stay in the temple and not have to worry about feeding themselves.
Hmm.
Wow. That sounds like really a fun time and a lot of creativity and work that you two are putting together. So thank you for doing that. I
Hmm.
think it's going to bring in a lot of good energy and support with each other, which is what your Rancher readership needs for together, is time together to support one another.
Hmm.
Well, thank you both for your time and looking forward to seeing you again. And maybe I was telling Trudy that my husband is really putting in his hat in the ring to go to this. So maybe we'll see you there.
We would love to see you in person.
Hmm.
That would be great.
Thank you for this.